The evening that changed everything. I had felt for a while that something wasn't right. Mia had been different lately. Distant. Secretive. She laughed at things she didn't share with me, and often looked at her phone, quickly swiping away messages when I was nearby. That Friday evening, she said she was going out with some colleagues. Just a little wine, she said with a smile. She looked beautiful, but something about her seemed off. Her dress was fancier than necessary, her makeup a bit too perfect. I wanted to ask why she was getting so dressed up, but I didn't. After she left, I sat in the living room, feeling restless. My thoughts spun in circles. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my car keys and drove off. It wasn't a conscious decision, I just needed to know if my gut feeling was wrong. I knew where she would probably be. The small bistro in the old town, where she often went with her colleagues. I parked nearby and watched the entrance. After a few minutes, I saw her. But she wasn't with her colleagues. There was a man with her. Tall, good-looking, charming. He laughed, and she laughed back. It was the kind of laugh she used to have with me. He leaned in close, whispered something, and she smiled at him. Then he gently touched her arm. It wasn't the kind of touch friends share. My heart was racing, and I couldn't decide if I was angry or sad. I wanted to get out of the car and confront her. But I didn't. I stayed where I was, staring at her, feeling like a stranger in my own life. After a while, they left the bistro. Together, they walked down the street, their steps familiar, almost like a couple. I followed them. It felt like I was watching a movie, except it was my life. Then they stopped in front of a small hotel. My stomach twisted. I still hoped I was wrong, that there was some kind of explanation. But she looked around briefly, hesitated, and then went inside with him. I stayed outside, alone in the darkness. The door closed behind them, and something inside me broke. There was no doubt anymore. She had betrayed me. I could have cried or gotten angry, but I felt almost nothing. Just emptiness. I knew that my life, the way I knew it, was over. And that I had lost Mia, maybe a long time ago,